Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Was Like Orochimaru, part 4 of this What If. I don't know when I'm gonna finish uploading this What If, well, like, end the whole series, but it probably will be in part 5 or part 6. Don't know. I already did finish What If Naruto Was Neglected part 6, but for this What If, I don't know when. I am going to think of also uploading What If Naruto Was Blackbeard. So yeah, I don't feel tired. Not because, well, it's extremely hot where I live. I did fall asleep. When it's extremely hot, I fall asleep, okay? So, also when it's extremely cold, I still fall asleep. Teacher really hated me for doing that, but I didn't care. Not the point, this is not my story time, what's it called, channel. This is my What If channel, so I shouldn't be boring the shit of you with my fucking life. That will be my storytime channel. If you want to know my second channel, that's basically in the description. I do put that there because why not? But I also do gaming there. But other than that, go subscribe to my sense iconic What Ifs, always a What Ifs. The links will be in the description. Let me begin into this What If. No recaps. Let me go into this What If. So we go into Naruto. Naruto being 17 years old. He now goes back to the Sound Village. Naruto has two swords behind him. Two very strange swords that no one ever knows what that is. Of course, this is where Naruto appears right next to, the Sound Kage. Now, the Sound Kage is Kabuto just doing some paperwork somewhat. He is right now just falsely trying to kind of make the kind of other villagers think that he is the Sound Kage and all that. Orochimaru's right now doing some experiments, but yeah. But of course, he also is training with, Sasuke. Now, Sasuke is right now just training with, just training by himself. But of course, he is right now planning to kill Orochimaru. And Orochimaru is planning just to take his body over. But of course, Sasuke hasn't seen Naruto for 4 years, and is pissed how the fact that Orochimaru been keeping tabs on him. It's really Orochimaru just any information he finds, he just kind of makes a kind of lie of it, and saying that Naruto hasn't been found and he's been kind of probably dead. This is where Orochimaru then expected Naruto to arrive when he's 17. Now, of course, Sasuke, he's angry at the fact that he hasn't seen Naruto, but he still wants to go on the plan to kill Itachi. I almost said Kakashi, but really, he can easily kill Kakashi. Not right now, but I'm just saying. But of course, he has been training, and of course, he's seen, a girl with long white hair and silver eyes. Of course, is where Sasuke isn't into anyone yet, but if he had to decide, he would have picked this girl because she seems really strong and can easily kick his ass, which makes him more angrier. Of course, Shoroi isn't really into him at all because fuck that. She thinks that he's an annoying brat half the damn time. But yeah. So we go into, Sasuke, training still. Of course, he is waiting for, Orochimaru to kind of call him in, because he knows that Orochimaru does want his, body and all that, but he doesn't want to give it until he kills Itachi. This is where, he does get the call for him to go. This is where he knows that Orochimaru is not weak enough, but he knows that the Sound 4 or 5 or even Kabuto is not there. So this is where Sasuke gets his chance to kill him. This is where, Orochimaru says, "Come on, Sasuke, come here. I will give you a very powerful, jutsu if you come over here. I'll teach you this." This is where he gives hand signs for, Sasuke to kind of learn this jutsu. It's a very powerful fire jutsu, and of course, Sasuke says, "I see. I guess that is all that I need to learn." So Orochimaru says, "I guess so. You might need some rest. So go on." This is where Sasuke turns around and goes towards his room. Now Orochimaru turns away from Sasuke because he thinks that he's having Sasuke under control and all that. And this is where Sasuke turns around and charges at him with a Chidori in hand. This is where before he even gets close to even hitting Orochimaru with a Chidori, something wraps around him. Two snakes, one being white and one being black, wraps around him, just holding him tight. This is where Orochimaru turns around and it says, huh? This is where Sasuke widened his eyes. He didn't expect none of these snakes to appear. This is where, it's not white or black. It was a snake that was, the scales seems to be kind of black, but also have this kind of like lightning pattern to it. This is where it was extremely fast. This is where it bite into Sasuke's neck, making him paralyzed. This is where the Chidori kind of dissipates. Because when he paralyzed Sasuke, it also kind of drained out the chakra for lightning. This is where, Sasuke widened his eyes. This is where the snake kind of falls down. And this is where Orochimaru says, I see, Sasuke, were you trying to kill me? That's not very nice of you to do. Sasuke says, damn it. No. This is where, Orochimaru says, but that snake, it isn't mine. This is where Sasuke widened his eyes. He thought that Orochimaru had a plan for it. This is where, the snake kind of slithers away into the dark. And this is where someone walks out. Someone that Orochimaru and Sasuke didn't expect to see. This is where the person has two swords to the side. Well, I might just make it to the two swords to the side, not on his back. And this is where his hair is extremely long. It looks to be what's called, instead of being blonde, it's black. It's kind of like blackish. And of course, it's near his elbow, his hair. Well, not near his elbow. It's just kind of long. It looks to be like his hair does seem to be spiky a little bit, but yeah. This is where, his eyes show to be, very colorful, kind of slick eyes. They look to be snake pattern at the same time, very colorful, being different colors or shades. This is where Naruto smiles with this evil grin and says, "Ah, Uchiha, were you trying to kill Orochimaru-san?" This is where Orochimaru says, "Ah, hey Naruto, I'm guessing your training went pretty good." Of course it went pretty good. Come here, right here. Right here, the snake kind of jumps on Naruto and says, "Yes, sir." He kind of goes into, his coat. Because Naruto wears a kind of black jacket, so he kind of just slither in. That's where Naruto says, "I seems like that went out pretty good." "Hey, Sasuke, it's been a while." Sasuke says, You bastard. You just show your face here? After you killed her." That's where Naruto says, "Oh, you're still angry? Why are you angry? She's been dead for 4 years. You should move on. Go find someone else. Or, should I say, you're probably not going to be able to find anyone else. Since, your body's going to be taken over." This is where Sasuke says, "What do you mean?" This is where Naruto says, "Oh, you think I don't know about, Orochimaru's plan? Well, I shouldn't tell you. Instead, I should let you be taken over." This is where Sasuke says, "No, you tell me. I need to kill Itachi. I'll kill you and Itachi if I have to. I'll fight the whole goddamn world." This is where Naruto says, "Shh. Shush, little Sasuke. You don't need to scream out that loud." This is where Sasuke says, "No, Naruto." This is where Naruto says, Orochimaru, or should I say father, I'm going to go see Shiroi. This is where Orochimaru says, "Sure, go do that." Naruto, he seems to be that buff or anything. He seems to be kind of like thin and still buff at the same time. And of course, he's 6'4". He's pretty damn tall. This is where, Naruto, he walks out, and this is where Orochimaru says, "Naruto, no, help me, no, this is where, we go into 20 minutes later, and, Orochimaru has finally taken over, Sasuke's body. This is where he has the Sharingan unlocked, and even the MS. He now has the perfect body. But this is where he still needs the immortal body that he needs, but yeah. But of course, with the research and him not having his arms as sealed, he is now able to kind of figure out a little bit closer to immortality. But yeah, that's where, well, Naruto, he goes to visit someone who's right now talking to someone of a Fuma clan member. This girl with orange hair is talking towards Shiroi. And even Tayuya is right next to Kim, just talking to Shiroi. Shiroi is right now just like, the girls are so annoying. Shut up. That's where Tayuya says, "Aw, why will you be so angry to us, Shiroi? Sama?" That's where Shiroi goes, "Shut up, you fucking bitch." Tayuya says, "Fuck you, stupid fucking..." This is where, before Tayuya can do anything, she gets kind of pushed away from Shiroi being, well, kind of being behind him. And this is where Tayuya says, "Why you at?" This is where Naruto just kind of like goes down and hugs Shiroi, having his head on top of Shiroi and kind of smelling her hair. This is where Naruto says, "Hey there, Shiroi." This is where Shiroi gets kind of annoyed for whoever poor sound ninja is this. She pulls out her sword so fast that it was almost towards this guy's neck. This is where she says, "You bastard. How the fuck are you? You must be so goddamn drunk." This is where, well, she winds her eyes when she takes a good look at who this person is. Naruto says, "Wow, very feisty of you to do. I didn't expect you to hate me that much ever since I left on that training." This is where Shiroi, she lets go of her blade, like she drops it instantly and just hugs him, tackling him down to the ground. This is where Naruto says, "Oh shit." This is where Naruto couldn't grab the bench and he falls down. This is where, well, Naruto says, Shiroi, what are you doing?" Shiroi says, "Shut up. Just stay still." That's where Naruto says, "Fine." This is where, well, Shiroi is saying, shut up, okay? Just let me, right now, just hug you, okay?" Naruto says, "You miss me so much. So adorable, don't you think?" This is where Shiroi says, "Shut up already." Now, Shiroi is she is six, well, not six, she is, what's it called, 5'9", well, not 5'9", I'm gonna say she's 5'8", and of course, this is where, well, she's just kind of hugging him. This is where she has her eyes closed, and this is where Naruto has his eyes kind of open, kind of looking at the three kind of girls that were next to, well, Shiroi. And this is where Naruto says, "Can you help me?" That's what Tayuya says, "It's too adorable to actually help you, but at the same time, I do hate Shiroi, but I still kind of just, not Tayuya, Kim, give me the camera." This is where Shiroi says, "Don't you dare, you fucking bitch." This is where Kim says, I don't want to assist. This is where Tayuya says, "Hey, what's it called? This is where Tayuya says, "Susama, give me the camera. What do you have?" Susama says, "Sure." This is where Tayuya says, "Good." Click. This is where Shiroi gets angry and flustered in her face. This is where she tries to kill Tayuya now. Tayuya says, shit. This is where, well, she's running away from Shiroi, and Shiroi has her sword out, ready to kill her. This is where Naruto just chuckles and says, "Very interesting. Still it's the same Shiroi that I met a long time ago." This is where Kim and Susuma kind of just like, damn it, they will never kind of get ever along. Susuma says, "So you're Naruto?" "Yep." "Do you have a last name?" "Serpent, if that's what you want to call me. I kind of just took the name after my training." This is where, well, she says, "Okay then. Well, very interesting eyes you have, but I'm not into that. You're kind of like a snake." "And that's what I am." You could say. This is where Kim says, "And I'm going to try to stop them from killing each other." Naruto says, "I'll stop what's it called, Shiroi. You can stop Tayuya. Right, Kim?" Kim says, "Yeah." This is where, well, Naruto disappears in an instant. This is where Naruto's speed was so fast, they blink once and then he was gone. This is where Naruto, he appears right next to, well, Shiroi, before Shiroi could even kill Kim. Naruto hugs her. This is where kind of stopping her from actually stabbing, well, Tayuya. Naruto says, "Calm down, Shiroi. Shiroi-chan." This is where Shiroi, like, shut up. This is where Naruto says, so angry. Why is that? This is where Shiroi says, shut up. Shut the fuck up, okay? Naruto says, meanie. This is where, well, Shiroi says, shut up, okay? Well, whatever. So, what do you want to do? After my kind of training, it's been a while since we talked. Shiroi says, it has. How about this? Training spar. This is where Naruto says, really? So I just come back and you just want to train with me? I thought you wanted to do more than that. This is where Shiroi says, shut up. Just fight me. This is where Naruto says, fine. This is where, well, Shiroi pulls out her sword. And of course, they're right now in the training spot. And this is where Naruto, he has his two swords right next to himself. And what, right next to himself, I don't know why it kind of whispered down that. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto says, well, let's see, who's stronger than? It's been 5 years. Well, not 5 years, it's been 4 years. Let's see who's strong. That's where Shiroi says, I'll probably be able to. Naruto appears right next to her. Shiroi pulls out her sword and tries to slash him. This is where Naruto dodges and says, you know, cute, but still very feisty of you. This is where Shiroi says, Urgh. So when Naruto says, what? Why so angry? Shiroi says, don't worry about it. This is where she pulls out her sword, and this is where she says, white snake bites. This is where multiple white snakes appear from her sleeve, trying to go straight towards Naruto. Naruto says, Raikiri, come out. Raikiri pulls out of Naruto's sleeve, and this is where he transforms into lightning and just rips through all the white snakes. This is where, well, Shiroi did get zapped by it, and of course this is where she kind of falls down from his paralysis. This is where Naruto appears, and of course he had his sword right next to her neck. That's where Naruto says, you lose. Naruto stuck out his tongue. This is where Shiroi gets angry. Shiroi was like, why you fucking bastard? This is where Naruto says, Raikiri, come back. Raikiri comes back until Naruto's kind of sleeping, yeah. Naruto says, that's Raikiri if you want to know. That's a snake that's kind of powerful in elements. Shiroi says, this is bullshit. You were trained by guardians of serpents. I was trained by your, what's it called, grandmother, didn't you? Yes, but... Did you not learn how to go sage mode on it? This is where Shiroi says, you probably didn't either. I guess you're right. It's very hard for me to even learn sage mode, so I guess you're right. This is where Shiroi says, hey, see, at least I'm not the only one not learning how to do sage mode. I only know how to do sage mode in one of the serpents. Not all of them, but one of them. It was mostly a serpent that can actually go into being, well, transform his body into fire. Yeah, it was kind of difficult, but I managed to get the hang. But the others are kind of quite annoying. I don't really have a very high, well, I would say I kind of learning. When I do say I learn it, I mastered the fire serpent sage, but the others are kind of more difficult than normal. Raikiri snake says, so is it very that hard to even learn the right what's it called Raijin serpent sage mode? Naruto says, not really, since you're kind of always next to me and always telling me how to go and transform my body into go into the sage mode. It kind of gets easier and easier. Raijin says, I guess so. My father would be quite annoyed if we haven't actually figured out. You kind of met the other serpents, all legendary and other serpents. But it'd be quite annoying if you can't master all of them. So when Naruto says, I guess you're right. Well, I did kind of master the others, like water, wind, earth, and other sage modes, but lightning's kind of difficult. This is where, well, Shoto gets annoyed. She says, I thought you said you only master one. I tried to make you feel better, but I couldn't. This is where Shoto says, I'm going to kill you. Naruto's like, wait. This is where Naruto, like, steps back, but of course he trips. And this is where Shoto kind of launches at him. But of course, they both trip and kind of, when Tayuya managed to get, away, but still kind of come back just to take any more pictures, she sees a sight that's so golden for her that she just takes a picture and both Naruto and Shoroi kind of glare at her in an instant. This is where, for some reason, Tayuya just froze from the fact that both of their glares look to be like some kind of snakes. One being a giant white snake, and the other one being a giant, very ferocious snake, a serpent that she's never seen, and she gets scared. That's where she kind of falls down. The camera falls down. That's where both Naruto and Shoroi, what they do is pull out, well, different serpents, well, mostly snakes. She launches with white snakes, and this is where Naruto says Raijin. Raijin kind of zaps it and destroys it. Now, of course, this is where Raijin doesn't question it and doesn't care what the sight that he just saw. But of course, this is where, well, Naruto says, Shoroi, can you get off of me? Shoroi says, yeah. Of course, her face is all red. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto says, well, Tayuya, you better not explain this to anyone. Naruto said in such a deep toned voice. This is where Shoroi even glares at her, saying, don't you dare. This is where Tayuya says, I won't. This is where Orochimaru Ori-san says, such adorable love, I say. This is where Naruto goes, Orochimaru-san. This is where Orochimaru says, I didn't think you two would kind of skip some steps before even kind of doing that. This is where both of their faces go extremely red. Tayuya already kind of ran away because she isn't trying to get murdered by none of them. But yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto says, no, that was just an accident. This is where, well, Shoroi kind of looks away. Her face is extremely red. Her face is kind of the same color hair as Kushina. This is where she's like trying to shake her head off of what she kind of just did. But of course, this is what Orochimaru says, skipped a couple steps and you're saying it was an accident. That sounds like skipping steps, don't you think, Naruto? Naruto says, so where Naruto realized, wait, you already taken over Sasuke's body? Of course. How do I look like? I look like an Uchiha, don't I? Naruto says, I guess. This is where Orochimaru says, but I finally have the power of the Uchiha. Now I'm able to kind of have my goal step closer, but yeah. Orochimaru says, one step closer. But, Naruto, Shoroi, I want you two to go on a mission for me. This is where both of them kind of perk up. This is where, well, Orochimaru says, I want you to go on a mission with someone to Sound 4 and kind of, well, get rid of some people I just don't like on a village close by, but yeah. This is where, well, Orochimaru kind of just smiles with them. This is where both of them nodded. This is where Shoroi says, creepy. Naruto says, This is where, well, Orochimaru says, then can you two go now? This is where both of them nodded, and this is where Naruto disappears. But of course, grabbing Shoroi's hand before she can even get up. This is where Shoroi says, don't ever do that again. Naruto says, why not? You're so adorable when you get angry like that. This is where Shoroi says, Rrr. This is where Naruto says, whatever. Let's just get to the Sound 4. Kidomaru, and the others. This is where Shoroi says, yeah, I know that. I'm not an idiot. I heard too. This is where Naruto says, aw, you're calling yourself dumb is kind of mean of you to do. This is where Shoroi says, I'm not. You know what? Fuck you. This is where Naruto says, really? This is where Shoroi says, no, not that way, you idiot. This is where Naruto says, I thought you wanted to skip more steps. This is where her faces keep getting more red, and this is where she says, fuck off. That's where Naruto says, I'm just kidding. Let's just go find them. This is where both of them goes to find, well, like Kidomaru, and, what's called, that one big guy, and even, what's called, the two twins and Tayuya. They all got the information to go find this organization. It's mostly like a small group. And of course, this is where, well, they find it in this village called, well, in the, what's called, They went to Earth Country to kind of deal with some stone rogue ninjas. And of course, is where, well, Naruto easily got rid of them easily. His speed is incredible. He went Sage mode of the Fire Serpent and burns through all of them so easily. That's where Naruto says, pathetic but easy. That's where Shorai says, and you say you didn't learn any Sage mode. Naruto says, well, I did, but I didn't want to, teach you it. Sort of. I didn't want you to get hurt that much. Just where she says, you better fucking teach me how to do Sage mode. All of them are different, Shorai. I can't just teach you one of them. I can teach you how to get nature energy, but they're gonna all be different. Shorai says, I don't care. Just teach me. So Naruto says, fine. I thought you would learn from the White Snake Sage. Guess what? It was kind of a pain, but I managed to learn a couple things. That's where Naruto says, fine, I'll teach you. That's where they get back to the village and they kind of train for, well, a couple of months later. That's where, well, Naruto has actually became more familiar with the whole village. And of course, this is where, well, Orochimaru is getting closer to becoming immortal. Of course, this is where, well, the village is kind of attacked by, well, some ninjas that they don't even know who the hell attacked them. It's two cloaked figures. One has a scythe, one has, well, a someone briefcase. Orochimaru realized that this is Kaksu and Hidan. Now, of course, they're not going after the Ninjas because they don't actually know where the fuck the Ninjas is at. This is where, well, Naruto sees both of them, and Naruto takes on both of them. Shorai tells him that it's a bad idea, but Naruto, he doesn't mind it. Naruto says, Raijin attacks that one guy with no clothes on right now. This is what Raijin does. He kind of paralyzes Hidan, and Naruto appears slamming a kick into Hidan's, well, not Hidan's, Kakuzu's chest, exploding the heart. This is where Kakuzu winds his eyes. This is where Kakuzu says, damn it. You managed to kill one of my hearts. Just you little. Naruto sees that this man has so many hearts because he activated his Sharingan. And of course, I should mention what his Sharingan looks like. His Sharingan has a slit in the middle because of the snake genes. And of course, well, mostly the serpent genes. And of course, this is where Naruto says serpent jabs. This is where he gets both of his swords and of course jabs in. We're kind of just shoving it into Kakuzu multiple times, destroying all the hearts and killing him in an instant. Naruto then cuts Hidan's head off so fast that Hidan couldn't react fast enough, and of course Naruto got Hidan's head. Hidan started talking a lot, and this is where Orochimaru grabbed it to find the immortality reason. But see, that Kakuzu only had 5 hearts, so that means 5 lives. But yeah, this is where, well, of course, this is where, well, Orochimaru goes to go study this, but yeah. This is where Naruto kind of goes to talk to Shorai, but yeah. But I'm kind of getting really tired, and so I feel like I'm going to sleep. So, of course, I'm going to end it off for kind of part 4, but what if? I know it's short from the other what if that I did, but if I can, I might be able to upload part 4 for Blackbeard what if, but if I can, I can't. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato safe, potato, and good night. Bye-bye. Potato.